Good evening, sir.
Okay. Just let me share the screen. Just wait. So let's just so your name is Surat.
Yes, sir.
So just you have come in the 11th. So do you have the book?
Yes, sir.
Have you done any chapter?
Yes, sir. Chapter 1 and half
Chapter.
chapter 2.
So from the next I will start the proper chapter. Let us first see the introductory part. In the 10th class, you have studied physics, chemistry, and biology in the one book, right?
Yes, sir.
But here, you see that there the physics, chemistry, biology are that's different book. And so far the chapters are concerned, you are aware how many chapters you have to study? In here, unit 1, which you are going through, consists of 4 chapters, in which I think you have done 1 or 2 chapters, right? You have done the chapter number 1, living words.
Yes, sir.
So have you understood that chapter?
Yes, sir.
That there is a one word, protonyma, in that chapter. Page number 4. So are you aware of this? No. What happens? Why a student feel difficulty in chapter number 1? They have taken the concept of the advanced chapters like protonyma, like in vitro, like metabolism. These things are in the another chapter. Anyway, let me first introduce about the book, then I will start. And again, in the unit number, sorry, unit 1. Unit number 2, you have 3 chapters. That is structural organization in plant and animal, that part. Here you will study about the organization, structure, plant and animal. Then you have the unit 3. Unit 3 again have 3 chapters. This is the structure and function. The structure of what? A structure and function. So actually a structure and function inside a cell, actually you have to study here. And then unit 4, that consists of 4 plant physiology. Plant physiology detail you have to study, and it includes 5 chapters. And then unit 5, that is human physiology. Here we have to study about the human system, and it consists of 7 chapters. So we have total 22 chapters are here, and diverse things are there. So this is about the syllabus. Now let us talk. Generally, it is asked what is difference between living and non-living. But I'm asking you, what is the similarities? You tell me the similarities between living and non-living. I'm starting from here. What is similar in both of them? Can you recall? Can you think? Exactly, it is not given. Generally, teacher asks what is the difference between the living and non-living. But I am asking you, what is the similarities between living and non-living? Any point come in your mind? Now see what is the similarity. Suppose here is an organism, you know it. Suppose our body, organism. Here is an organism, say human beings. So we all are made up of what? We are made up of organ system. Now you can note on your notebook here, from here. This is our introductory part. Organism made up of organ system. Organ systems ultimately made up of, now you can say, tissue. And you know it. Tissues are made up of, Surat, cells.
Cells.
You can help it here. And cells are made up of cell organelles. Okay, go ahead. Cell organelles are made up of, Surat. Now apply your mind and tell. You can tell me. It is made up of compounds. And compounds are made up of elements. Or elements are made up of, elements are made up of atom. Now see the hierarchy. So my first question was that what is the similarities? The similarities in living and non-living is that both are made up of atom, element, and compound. This is the similarity. But from here, the compounds get arranged in such a way, proper way, level of organization to form living thing. This is the characteristics of living, that is, can say, level of organization. The level of organization is this chief characteristics of living. We all are made up of atom ultimately. Generally, we start from a cell. Why? Inside the cell, thousands and thousands of reactions are going on. So without knowing these things, which had been discussed in the unit 3rd, so it should be in the unit 1. If you will see any foreign books, they start from here. So until and unless we know this, how we can understand biology? Got the point, Surat?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So what happens? Not all elements are present in the living thing. Not all compounds are present in the living thing. In periodic table, you might have a steady large number of elements, all not present here. The living things are characterized by the presence of some specific compounds. Now let us come here. So this is the similarities. So the living things are made up of specific compounds. Of course, we are Living are not made up of all compounds, but compounds are the chemical. That's the similarity. The living things are made up of compounds which are called as collectively biomolecules. Chemicals from which the living things are made of is called as biomolecules. Actually, it is given the later on. But to have a clear-cut concept of the biology, we should know these compounds and then how these reactions are going on. In chapter number 1, it is given thousands and thousands of reaction going on here. The only saying that thousands and thousands reaction is going on here, how a 10th class student can understand until they know about it. So, have you noted it? Should I go ahead? Surat,
Yes, sir.
you can take the screenshot also if you don't have a time. Now I am giving
Yes.
introduction about this one. So let us write here. It is become very clear that whether it is plant, animal, bacteria, all are ultimately made up of biomolecules. These are the compounds. These are the compounds. So what from which biomolecules we made of? Let us have some list first. And that you might have studied in the 10th also. Might have heard the name. We all are made up of, we have a protein. Might have heard the name protein. You know, proteins are made of, do you know the name? Amino acids. I'm first you note it down. I am coming on that because amino acids. Number 2, another compound, carbohydrates. In all living things, plant, animal, anywhere, carbohydrates. Its unit will be saccharide. Do you know that special types of monosaccharide have been discovered for the treatment of COVID? Well, you will know it, then I will tell which has been discovered recently for its treatment, that is the monosaccharide. 2DG. It is a monosaccharide. Then we have a fat, which is made up of fatty acids and glycerol. Then nucleic acids, which is actually make the living things living, nucleic acids. Can you name the nucleic acids? DNA and
RNA.
RNA, right? Do you know which type of nucleic acid present in the COVID? Nowadays, everyone knows about this one. This COVID virus consists of RNA. It is RNA virus. Or its test is done by RT-PCR by knowing the nucleic acid only. That we will discuss later on as well. You should know this COVID-19 is RNA virus. It has only RNA and protein. Then certain minerals. We have in plant a different minerals, human have a different minerals. Then you know all the vitamins, that is also a compounds. And last but not least is the water. So now think these things make us living. These chemicals make it us living. So how that these compounds make us living? You can store a protein in a bottle. You can store a carbohydrate in a bottle. You can store a fat in a bottle. You can isolate the nucleic acid. You can store the minerals. You can store the vitamins. Vitamins tablet is coming nowadays. But how they interact in a specific way to form a living thing, that you have to know. That is the biology. So for that, what we have to do? Gradually, you have to know each and every biomolecules gradually according to our syllabus. Then you can able to know about the cell organelles, and then you will able to know the cell. So this is the basic thing from where we should start. Now let us come on the first. Have you noted it, Surat?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have time, you just take the screenshot to save the time. And I think
Okay, sir.
you might have heard the name of this. So in this method,
What?
there is a protein or amino acid. You have heard this name earlier.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming on that. If you don't have a time, I can also save it. I can send you to the institute. There is a good method in this. Now, let us come clarify. Now I am coming on the amino acid. Now write down amino acid. Where it is given in the book, that I will tell you. If you have a book, keep near you. After doing some work, I will tell you to open the book. You know, protein. You all of you know protein is a in 10th class, 9th, 10th, we study as a bodybuilding material. But it is made up of its unit called amino acid. Like suppose our wall is a protein. Suppose a wall is a protein. Then one brick is the amino acid. And it is of 20 types. It is of 20 types. Suppose I am asking you how this wall is made of. If you will break the wall, you will get the bricks. You can see the bricks. Brick is joined by sand and cement to form the wall. Then what is the structure of an amino acid? Why it is so called? So let us say, write down general structure. General structure of an amino acid. Now we are going to discuss protein. We know protein is made up of amino acid. We are eating protein every day. We say that according to body weight, well, you should take protein. If your body weight is 50 kg, you should take 50 gram of protein every day. This is recommended. Then you have to think from where we'll get this 50 gram. Suppose a person has a weight 60 kg. He should set 60 gram of protein every day. Now, being a student of biology, you should think from where we will take, either from the egg or milk or anything else, or the pulses. It is required. If it will not take, your own protein will break. Remember it. So when you eat the protein after digestion you might have studied in the 11th class. It breaks down in digestion, it breaks and it converts into amino acid. And that amino acid enters in the body. Here we are going to start the structure of an amino acid. So see the general structure. In 9th, 10th class, you might have heard the name of methane. First, let me make the methane. You write general structure of amino acid. After introduction, you will make yourself. So why I have made this red? This is the methane. And suppose you remove this hydrogen or adding carboxyl group. 10th, you might have studied about this group. You know this carboxyl group or carbonyl group?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you, this is that you are aware. You know about this. This is carboxyl. One group that you might have not studied, amino. It could be new for you, amino. This is amino. Inside you write down. There are two functional groups. It is removed, and in place of this, here is an amino, NH2. Now this H remain as it is, and thus this for this H you write R. R means variable. So this is the general structure of an amino acid. See it.
Sir, you are starting which chapter?
I will start from the first. I'm first giving introduction. This is in the 9th chapter, but this you will get in the 9th chapter. Today is the introductory class.
Okay, sir.
Today is the introductory class. When you will have certain base, we will start then from the first chapter, right?
Okay, sir.
Today is introductory class that you might have been informed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm giving you the basic thing of the biology, that how biology should be studied. It is introductory class, not any specific chapter. After the base, I will start from chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever given in the sequence, then I will start. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So I will start in this sequence itself. To understand this matter of this 1, 2, certain concepts are required. They were discussing how one should study. So don't worry for that. I will start here. Here we will open the book on your screen and then we will underline it. How I will do that, I'm telling you. First you do some work. So you have noted general structure.
Yes, sir.
Why it is an amino acid? See here. One hand there is an amino, another has a acid. So what the name you will tell? This is amino. One hand there is an amino, another has is a acid. That's why it is called as amino acid. If you will
Sir,
change
would
the
you
R,
please repeat?
pardon,
Sir, please repeat.
wait. This is the, you know the methane you might have studied? Methane, CH4.
Yes, sir.
The same line you, I will show you the same line is given in the NCERT. Right now, I'm not telling you from which page. Rather, I will show it is already given, hidden in the book. So I made the structure of methane. You remove this H, place of H, you have written, what we have written? Carboxyl. In place of this H, you have written amino. Clear? This H is added. R means could be anything. This is the general structure. So in one hand, there is an amino, another has an acid. So what should be the name? Amino acid. What's the point?
Yes, sir.
So if you know the value of R, you can write the name of certain amino. Let us see some name of certain amino acid. Should I remove it? You have written it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Today is introductory class. Introductory class, how we should study. Because it is not a 10th class, for the NEET concept is required. Concept is always required. Now I am writing the name of certain amino acid. That could be the first time for you. And it is in book, it is given. Suppose in one place it is given. Suppose from a kitchen the gas is leaking. This G stands for glycine. It is a name of amino acid. These are your new friends. Glycine. This is A stands for alanine or This S stands for serine. You are asking from where it is given. It is given in the biomolecules chapter 9. This is for introductory purpose only. Suppose I am writing the value of H, value of R. In the glycine, this R will be simple H. In alanine, it is CH3. It is CH2OH. Just wait. So now can you make the structure? Everything will be the same. Central carbon will be the same. It will be the same. This will be the same. It will be the same. You are changing only R. This R is H. It will be glycine. This R is CH3. It will be alanine. If R will be CH2OH, it will be the serine. Can you make the structure?
Sir, I'll try.
Wait. When you done, have you done?
No, sir, not yet.
Have you understood what you have to do?
Yes, sir.
Well, you have to change this R cap. You have to change and right here.
Yes, sir, done.
And now say you have done, then see you have done it or not now. You tell me
Yes, sir.
that you have done. See here that why I had written gas. This G stands for glycine, A stands for alanine, and it stands for serine. This is the technique. You have not to just what we call ratemada. No, you have to understand each and everything, and in this way we will proceed. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And now our introductory part is over. Now you tell me. This is actually chapter number 9. If you turn the page number 45, you will get it. From each, in every class, we will discuss, we will open the page and I will tell you from where the question can be asked, which type of objective or subjective will come. Do you want to ask anything or should I start the proper syllabus of chapter number 1?
Sir, I think we should start.
Yes. So it become very clear. Gradually, you have to know all the chemicals.
Okay, sir.
We all are the living chemicals. We are the living chemicals. Now, so remove it. What I was telling about the living world, chapter number 1. Presently, I am not sharing the book. In the next class, I will share the book also. Well, underline the book. Will make the question the living book. Now it has started from the basic things, but used some technical part also. We know that we all are made up of chemicals, but what is the differences and what is the characteristics? So if you have a book in the chapter number 1, you will find what is living. Answer is that all living organism grow. It is given in the book. Of course, every organism grow, no doubt in it. The life of higher organism starts from the zygote, whether it is plant or animal. It starts, suppose it is a plant, it gives rise to the plant. If it is the animal, it becomes the whole organism is formed. Again, if you are one word is given in vitro, in unicellular organism, in unicellular organism, like amoeba, like bacteria. So they multiply here in the artificial medium also. If you give, you might have crossed a word in vitro. Have you crossed this word?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by in vitro? It is given on your page number 4. What do you mean by in vitro?
Sir, in lab.
Hmm?
Sir,
What is
in
that?
lab. In
What?
lab.
No, it is in. It means not in artificial condition. In artificial condition. What is its reverse? Reverse is in vivo. These all are the Latin words. It means in natural condition. Inside you write down page number 4. From the next you will share that these all are the Latin word in vivo, in vitro, ex situ, in situ. Gradually I will inform. So in vivo means artificial condition, in vitro means artificial condition, in vivo means in its natural condition. You all know about the some word from the in vitro. For example, IVF. You all are aware about this. In vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization. Or you have heard the name of test tube baby. So what is that? Actually, egg and sperm are allowed to fuse in the laboratory artificial condition. That's why called as in vitro. But here they are asking that you can grow an organism in vitro. An organism is growing in which they can grow. You have to give a combination of chemicals which is called as culture media. If you want to grow an organism in the lab condition, you have to give some chemicals. That chemicals is called as culture media. And of course, this latter, I will tell you this culture media for the bacteria, for algae, for fungi, for human cell, all are different. You can grow the human cell also in the laboratory for certain time. Okay, so here they are discussing, anyway, all the organism, whether it's multicellular, unicellular, multiply and grow. But whether it is the chief characteristics of all the living things, no. You might have seen there is an exception. Mountain also grow, and the sand deposited someplace then can also grow. So the that is means that all living thing grow. Growth is not in chief characteristics, but types of growth will vary. If we are telling only growth is the characteristics of living things, no, because some non-living things also grow. So that is the first point discussed. Now the second, have you any question from this part?
No, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in non-living thing, there is accumulation of mass. And what is basic difference in the growth? In animal, there is accumulation of mass, but in non-living thing, here there is a multiplication of cell. That is the difference between these two. Now the second part you might have studied, reproduction. So one can tell that all organism reproduce. You know, of course, reproduction is required for existence of a species, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. They reproduce. Without reproduce, they can't exist. There are different types of reproduction, whether asexual or sexual does not means, but they have to multiply. Suppose example given planaria. Planaria, what happens in the planaria? If planaria is very typical, if you cut in the different part, fragmentation, all cut part develops into the new planaria.
Regeneration.
Regeneration. What is regeneration? We have studied. But what is morphogenesis? Side you write down morphogenesis and epimorphosis. In that page, we'll discuss later. On page number 4, regeneration. Have you seen any organism, any part regenerating? Have you observed? You might have observed regeneration other than planaria.
Hydra.
There is a budding tail of lizard. Have you seen lizard in your home?
Yes, sir.
Can you cut it? Cut their tail. You cut it tail and observe. Gradually, this regenerates. The beak of the bird also regenerate. The fin of the fish, side you write down, fin in fishes that also regenerate. So not only planaria, the planaria planaria has a capacity to generate in the whole part, where the part is regenerating. You will be surprised to know hepatocomycia, cut liver in human have also the capacity to regenerate. That is hepatocomized liver. If you cut the liver, it has a capacity to regenerate. Inside you write down the lists. Or after certain discussion, we will also discuss morphogenesis and epimorphosis. Presently, I can't tell you. After certain discussion, I will inform about what is happening here. So is it clear? Regeneration is there. But question is there whether reproduction is the chief characteristics of living thing or not. What is your opinion? Can you keep reproduction as a chief characteristics of living thing? Answer is no. Not all living thing reproduce. Suppose I must give an example of the living things which cannot reproduce. Can you give the example? Mule,
Liger,
tiger, Lagon is not given here. Whatever given in the book, you tell me. Infertile individual.
worker bee,
Yes. Have you seen the worker bee?
certain photos I will see.
No. Uh, there in the bee, you will have to study in the genetics. There are 3 types: queen, worker.
And soldier.
No, no shoulder. It is drone or male. No shoulder. Drone or male. It is later we will study. It is a fertile female. It is fertile female. Or worker is infertile female. Or drone is a fertile male. There are many more examples, but it has a significance also that we will discuss in genetics why it happened. It all are haploid and other things are there. Chromosome number, that is, etc. We will study in the genetics. So it means reproduction is not also an chief characteristics of living thing. Clear? So can you tell me mule is produced by which? It formed by the copulation of this male donkey and female horse. It is also again in your 12th class. But one thing I would like to inform, for school and board exams, certain chapters are not there, but in the NEET, all chapters have been included. That you know or not?
Yes, sir.
School may not teach you all the chapters because many chapters have been removed, but NEET has not removed any chapter. So if you want to do for the NEET, you have to do each and every chapter thoroughly. And after completion, now I am telling you better, after completion of part or complete chapter, immediately you have to solve the assignment. Side by side, we have to solve assignment. That is also essential. That will help to memorize. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So from the next, I will continue it, and now we will continue in the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. Some in the reproduction part also there is a word you might have crossed, protonema, that I told you earlier. Do you have book with you?
Yes, sir.
On page number 4 in reproduction, you find the protonema word. Have you found the protonema in Moses? Protonema in Moses. From
Yes,
where
sir.
got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you know what is protonema in Moses?
No, sir.
No. That I told you that in this chapter, what happens? The combination of different part is given, which student has not studied it earlier. So we have to explain it. Where it is given in the book, I am telling you, where it is given the protonema. So you just underline the protonyma here and give the page, right? The page number 36. And turn the page 36. See the protonyma is there. If you got, then you tell me, then I am going to explain what is protonyma. In page number 36, you will
It is
find
the first stage
on,
life cycle of moss.
yes, on the mosses, you will find the word protonyma. So what will be happen if any word come twice or thrice in the book, we should mention the page. So protonyma is a mode of reproduction in mosses. Mosses, it comes under the bryophyte. Up suppose a student has started just a first chapter. If I am not explaining protonyma in detail, how the child can understand? Protonyma is a nothing, but in diagram is again also not given. So it is a filamentous structure. You can make there gradually like this. So what they want to tell, it protonyma forms by the germination of a spore. When it breaks, it gives rise to the new mosses. So in first chapter, we will find a number of things like this, which simply a 10th students are not aware. So this is our duty to explain it in detail. Got the point, Surat?
Yes, sir.
So in this way, we have to proceed. In the first chapter itself, again, you will get many more points which you have to relate with other chapter. You will have to explain. Clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
from the next class, we will start from the page number 4 itself, thoroughly, by sharing the book. Now, if you have any question in your mind from any part, you can ask.
No, sir. Thank you.
No, at least you cite any question from any other than book, any part related to science. No. So keep some questions, also question ready to ask, not only from the book, other from the environment or anything. You're curious to know.
सर बुक को कैसे पढ़ना है, मतलब क्योंकि अभी मेरे पास कोई अलग रेफरेंस भी नहीं है, कोई ट्यूटर भी नहीं है, तो
देखो इसमें बचे मैं इस पे आ रहा हूँ। एक फॉर कंपटीशन कुछ नहीं, एक एक लाइन आप पढ़ेंगे और जब आप कहेंगे तो आपको ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, आपको असाइनमेंट एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव आपको मिल जाएगा ऑनलाइन। ठीक है, आज पहले आप इसको चैप्टर को फॉलो करें और मैं आपको यहाँ से आपके टर्निव्यूस इंस्टीट्यूट से चली जाएगी आपके मेल में। मेल तो होगा ना बेटा? हाँ बच्चे।
यस सर।
अच्छा, हाँ अब तेरा चेहरा दिखा दिया। प्यारी बच्ची सी हमारी छोटी सी बच्ची है। ठीक है बच्चे, एक एक लाइन को पढ़ना है बेटा। अब जैसे मैंने अभी तो मैंने इंट्रोडक्शन बताया जैसे पढ़ना है। अभी जैसे मुंह से देखो प्रोटोनिमा आया, प्रोटोनिमा ऐसे बच्चे निकल जाते हैं तो काम चलेगा हमारा? एक एक कॉमा फुल स्टॉप देखना है और कुछ नहीं होता। और जैसे आपकी चैप्टर खत्म होगी आपके पास पहुंच जाएगी असाइनमेंट और क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, कुछ नहीं करना, आप पेंसिल रखा करो, अगली क्लास से पेंसिल, और वहीं पर बुक के खोल देंगे आप पेज और वहां पर आपको हम क्वेश्चन सब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जेक्टिव वहीं लिखा देंगे, एक एक लाइन अंडरलाइन करा देंगे।
सर है।
ठीक है, पेंसिल रखी थी साथ में? गुड। और यदि एक्स्ट्रा मैटर आएगा तो स्टिकर लगाएंगे हम वहीं पर, कॉपी पे नहीं रखेंगे, क्योंकि जब एग्जाम आएगा मेडिकल का उस टाइम में हम बच्चों को कहेंगे बुक भी खोलो, कॉपी भी खोलो, नहीं मिलेगा। कॉपी चला जाएगा उधर, बुक चला जाएगा उधर। देयर इज अ टेक्निक। स्लो स्लो धीरे धीरे पढ़ता है, रेगुलर पढ़ना है, रेगुलर पढ़ना है। ठीक है बच्चों, ठीक है। फिर आप क्वेश्चन लेकिन रेडी रखो, कम से कम 2-3 क्वेश्चन रेडी रखो जो मुझे नहीं आता हो, ऐसा क्वेश्चन रखेंगे ना।
सर अगली बार से रखेंगे।
ठीक है, एकदम रेडी रखना है, कहीं से, किसी चैप्टर से। आज तुम्हें कोविड के बारे में बता दिया जो आरएनए वायरस है, और एक टाइप का ग्लूकोज डिस्कवर कर दिया है जिसमें से कार्बन नंबर 2 से ऑक्सीजन हटा दिया, वो ट्रीटमेंट के लिए। तो नई नई चीज में मैं आपको साथ साथ बताता रहूंगा व्हाट इज हैपनिंग। ठीक है बच्चे, बाय।
बाय सर।
हेलो, टेक केयर।
थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम।